happening, everybody? I didn't look at my hat before I went on screen, and it's not the best look for me right now. It's not the best look, everybody. What's up? I'm Allie Burns. There we go. We'll live with that. What's up, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. Detroit Lenny had a dentist appointment. He'll be with us shortly. Don't y'all worry your pretty little heads. Today we do have a special guest. It's Terry Edelmann. He'll be on with us in just a bit here. So before we get started, let's not forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and also don't forget about our sponsor, BetMGM, up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet for all new accounts. All you got to do is use the promo code MORNING or check out the description of the video and click on the link. Matter of fact, let me invite Terry right now. Copy to clipboard. Boop, boop, boop. So another little doggy day yesterday, wasn't it? Some dogs were barking again. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, link sent. Pow. We're in business. Tommy Kidd won the last Woody standing. That's another thing that happened. Tommy and Joan were at it head to head for a while there. Tommy Kidd is the official winner. Wins the last Woody standing. So congratulations to you. That's $200 coming your way and the coveted t-shirt. I'm thinking we're getting new t-shirts made with our new Morningwood logo in it. So anyone who already has a t-shirt, which I know is a great deal of you, maybe this hat, I know is a great deal of you, you can now get a new t-shirt. Sorry, it's the worst. I have to look at myself here. I mean, you guys have to look at me, but you come in and out. I have to look at me the whole time. Fenerbahce in the Champions League, you say. All right, AB. I gotcha. There's a couple of you I never got picks from. Tim Earl, I don't know why I have a blank next to you. You cashed because you had the Mets yesterday, right? Yeah, you did because I like the Yankees. And that didn't work out. I didn't bet on it, though. So there's that. All right, AB. Here you are, my love. Fenerbahce. We're going to go with it. Fenerbahce. And that's champions. All right, you're in, baby. You're in, AB. You hate the dentist? I know you do. It's your worst thing. It's your worst thing you hate. What's up, Heath? It looked like I love the hat, but it's not meshing with my hair right now. I feel like I'm in the military. Like I understand those are mountains for Oregon, but it feels like a military patch for me. Hi, Tim. How are you, Tim? But you still hit the like button even though you're at the dentist. I appreciate that. All right, you're going Padres over 7. All right, Timothy, you're in. Padres over 7. I had a little basketball game for my kiddo last night. They won. Yes, good job, Tommy Kidd. I still don't know. I have you on the Orioles playing the Cubs yesterday for your regular last Woody pick, so I don't know if it won or lost because the Orioles didn't play the Cubs yesterday. So I still need to know what your pick was for yesterday. Yes, you had the Mets. Yeah, I remember. I remember reading it. Gunyan Patel. Look at that angel baby. Yankees under the 7.5. Okay. That is your play. You're not in the contest, but I still respect that play. Thank you for giving it to us. Okay, you did fall out, Tommy. All right. Smash the like. Terry will be here soon. Okay, so let me get you out, Thomas Kidd. The way that I spell it out. Can all be wedding cake? Can all be boiled away? How many are left standing? There's a couple I'm not sure about their picks right now. I've got about 25 still in. 25. What's up, Andrew? Hit the Braves, Philly Nerfy. Yay, 1-0 today. Excellent. That's always a great way to start the day, isn't it? A little waking cash. Hola, Pedro Mas. ¿Qué pasó? You had Chicago Pitt. Okay, I had you Chicago and Baltimore over because one of them cashed. The Orioles one cashed and the Chicago one didn't. So I was like, sometimes I'll luck out like the games won't match, but they both didn't do whatever you bet or they both did. So it's fine. It doesn't matter what the pick was. But in this case, it did matter. Seattle over 8 for J-Rock. That's what Higgs says. Well, if Higgs says it, then I'm in. I'm actually on your name already. So that must be a sign. That must be a sign, J-Rock. And Seattle Mariners over 8. Not parentheses 8. Over 8. Got it. So yeah, the kiddo, his Cavaliers basketball team, they played the Warriors last night. And they won. They were on a 2-game win or lose streak, so they took it down. My kid had 4 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game. He came out hot. He came out aggressive, y'all. He was ready. What's up, gorgeous? Can you have the Twins plus 1.5 in the early action game? Yes, you can, Eddie. Eddie, did we have you in from yesterday? I remember we didn't have you. Oh, wait, here you are. Yes, and then we put you back in. Okay, I remember now. It all comes back to me, my love. Twins on the run line. Plus 1.5. All right, Mr. Edelman has arrived. Terry, you're finally on the wood.
I know, I'm so excited. It's finally happened.
Terry Edelman has been trying. Well, not trying. It's just that you work. You could come on whenever. It's not like I have a long waiting list and you're at the bottom of it or anything. Although there is a wait list. But yeah, Terry has been asking to come on the wood forever, and it just never works out because you work. But now your work schedule changed, right? So now you can come on.
Yeah, I changed my schedule a bit, so I'm happy to make my first appearance.
I love it. So how's baseball been treating you this season?
The last week was actually really good. Last week was really good. Had one bad day, but bounced back nicely yesterday. The Blue Jays. If you're not betting the Blue Jays lately, you're missing out. You're missing out.
Should be. Now, do you think it's that the Blue Jays really have made this surge, or does it have anything to do with the Cardinals not having Goldie and Arenado with them?
It's the Boston series that really opened my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They just completely manhandled Boston, completely dominated them. And then Boston goes out and wins against Cleveland in their first game against Cleveland. Obviously, they lost yesterday. So not quite sure if it's the Jays are super strong or Boston's really weak or if there's a mixture, but they're playing well. So,
well, for me, I've definitely been waiting for the Blue Jays to pull it together because I've got futures on them and stuff. So I expected them to have a really strong season. So I don't want to say it's some kind of fluky thing. I think it's like now you guys are getting to where you were supposed to be and finding the gel and rocking and rolling.
The coaching change was huge.
Yeah. Coaching change can do that for you. Robert Dixon, I didn't get you from yesterday, hon. I don't have you in from yesterday. I'm still going to put your pick here, but what did you have yesterday? TFO over 22.5. TFO over 2.5. Okay, I still have you in there. So let's see. Hold on one sec. So what do we got going on? I'm not used to being the person that does all the things. I don't have the Lenny with me today. So just bear with me while I'm adding picks to the thing. Okay, so today we've got Wainwright and Gausman. The line is moving towards Toronto. We've got a total of 8. What are your thoughts on this game?
I'm right back to Jay's run line, minus 1.5. I actually took it last night thinking that the odds would move against me. But I got it minus 114, and now the best you can find is minus 110. So I would definitely recommend the Jays run line minus 110. They're just smashing the ball. And Nick down here, he's been cashing with me since the All-Star break. He's been on the Jays every game as well, so he's been cashing as well.
Excellent. That's what Morningwood's all about, right, y'all? We use each other's picks to help each other make money, and that's what's up. Nick cashed me a lot. I didn't bet at all yesterday, probably because I had such a good day the day before, but Nick had a bunch of plus money plays, and I had the A's, I had the Nationals, I had the Rockies, and that's just it. I wasn't necessarily looking to bet a whole bunch of dogs, but I did, and I had a great day, so thanks, Nick. Oh, Tommy Kidd's pick was typed O Pirates Cubs. So therein lay the problem. Yes. That makes a lot more sense now. Thank you. Who else are you looking at today, Terry? Anyone else standing out to you?
I do have the early game. I don't know how that's going. I haven't really looked.
It's 0-0 bottom of the second.
Okay, I do have an Atlanta San Diego money line parlay for
Okay.
plus 196. So it's basically all I got on the early. Today's card, not real a whole lot that I really like today. But I'm back in Cleveland. I'm back in Cleveland, first 5 and full game. This
Okay.
Boston team is in trouble.
Okay, so I'm going to put that as one of your picks over here. Cleveland first 5 and full game. Guardians first 5 and full game. Bam. And then you said you like the Padres also, right? That's you, Darvish, and Scooble. Yep, Scooble.
Yeah. I have the 2-team parlay there, Atlanta and San Diego, both on the money line for plus 196. I really like that. That's a good price.
All right, so go Braves, go Padres there. Go Braves, go Padres. Anyone this season who was a surprise to you? Is there any team or pitcher or player who's just really popping out as a big surprise to you this season?
I would say maybe the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, love me. That's been my team this year, has been the Orioles. I just keep betting them. Just keep betting them.
Yeah, Tate's right. Hit that like button. But yeah, the Orioles, I did not expect them to be this good this year, flirting with 500. And then I guess another thing is Seattle. Everybody was so high in Seattle to start the season, and they had a rough start. But now they're heating up, and maybe it's better actually to heat up going into the second half of the season instead of at the beginning of the season. If you look at the Yankees, they were really, really hot. Now kind of slowing down a little bit.
And that's kind of funny because the Yankees, like, primarily have been a slow starting team. Like the past 2-3 seasons, they're starting out with injuries. Judge will be out or Stanton will be out, and you'll still get those big minus 300 numbers on them at the beginning of the season because everyone's full of hopes. This season, they actually were worth it. They had it going on. But we talk all the time about how baseball rolls in trends. And I think you're right. I don't want to be hot at the beginning of the season. I want to be hot at the end of the season. Let's use that time to work out our kinks and make sure that we're full speed ahead when it comes down to the stretch. Hi, Lex. That's not about money, Spider-Man. Which one's Spider-Man? Tim? I'm guessing it's Tim is Spider-Man. It's never about the money. It's about the Mets, baby. You're so fun. So weird, Lenny being a Mets fan. Gallon over 5.5 in Castillo. Have you been doing a lot of player props, Terry?
I do the strikeout props in certain situations. There are obviously certain players that I really like, but I didn't get to any of those. None today.
Okay. How are you feeling about the NFL? Do you play CFL? I know you. Why don't you tell the people a little bit who you are, what you're about, where you're located, and what you're
up to? Sure. Getting Wild with Terry and Friends every day, 4 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays around 1 p.m. Sundays usually around noon. And we go over the main sports. So when football comes back, we'll go over the football game, obviously on Monday and Thursday. The Sunday show, we'll go over a few games. Most Sundays during NFL season, there's not really a lot of hockey and basketball on anyways. So Sunday show would obviously be focused on football, but we'll have a Wednesday show where we go through every game, top to bottom, on Wednesday before the Thursday game, and we'll go through every game. So that way we can kind of give all our picks there, but still on the weekend, things change, especially in the NFL. Sunday mornings, things definitely change. Lines move. So it'll give us a way to talk about the game twice. And NHL season preview. I'm going to do a preview video for every single NHL team, all 32. So we'll be doing that on the channel as well. Basically,
are you doing that all in one day, or are you breaking it into like the division? Okay.
That makes one per day. And then Sundays there'll be a break. Wednesdays there'll be a break because I'll have the NFL show. So, but the other days I'll be doing one for each team. And it should be really interesting to go deep diving into each team and get ready for hockey season. So I'm excited for that.
Woo. So if you guys in the chat have any questions for Terry, go ahead and throw them in. I know our days get a little bit lighter as the week goes on, but if you guys have anything you'd like to ask about betting on sports or, I don't know, living in Canada, any old thing, just throw it right on into the chat. So let's go through a couple other games that are happening. Where's Pedro Mas? He had a couple Hi, Erica Taylor. How's it going? He had a couple we could kind of chat about. So he's got the Braves first 5. They're playing right now. Over 9 in the Padres in Detroit. Wait, first 5 over 9. 7 twins for okay. So over 9 in the Padres and the Tigers. Do you have any feelings about that? It can't be 9. It's a 7.5. Okay, that's how I'm reading it. It's the other
I
way.
think it's Braves first 5
Braves
and
is
the over
9.
9.
Yeah.
And then Padres over 7.
Right. Now it's a 7.5 is what I see, though.
I think that's going to be a kind of a pitcher's duel. So, but a 7 is a low number. But with Detroit, I could see a 3-1 final score. But I didn't get to the total there. I'm just backing the Padres. And Darvish has been good lately. But Scooble, after a rough patch, he's gotten it together lately as well.
I do see it as a rain delay on one of my sites, so that might even lend more to an under just because it could be a rainy day. How do you feel about rain delays and overs or unders? Because I've heard it both ways. Like a rain delay, it's raining obviously, so it keeps ball. There's a fluff on me. So like it's a rain delay, so it keeps balls in and everyone kind of plays slower. But I've heard it also that once the rain delay happens, then bullpens come out. So now you've got an opportunity for an over. Slippery hands in the field makes for crappier fielding. What are your feelings on a rain delay and how it affects the total?
It kind of depends on when it happens. Like I think if we have the rain delay now before the game starts, I don't think it will have as much of an effect on the starting pitchers as it would if it happened in an inning or two in and like lasted for a couple hours or something. That would be kind of more affect it more. But I haven't. That's a good question. It would be. I wonder if there's any stats anywhere that show that, because I'm sure somebody keeps track of it.
Why doesn't everyone in the chat, Morning Woodies, if you've got an angle on rain delays, let me know. Do you like them better with overs or do you like them better with unders? And if there's a middle ground in there, tell us. Let us know your angle. So the Royals on the money line, that's another one. Cashed twice. They cashed on day 1. They lost yesterday, I think 6-0 to the Angels. Now it's Jason Junk and Brad Keller. The line's moving in the way of the Royals, and it also seems to be moving a bit towards the under. Do you have feelings on this game?
That game is kind of tough. I did back the Royals in game 1 on the first 5. I believe it was a push. And then I believe yesterday, did they cash the first 5?
It was 6-0. So they probably.
Yeah, it was a push. It was a push. It was a push day 1. And then, so no, they lost in the first
yesterday, 5. I think.
Yeah, they lost in the first 5 yesterday. But this one here, Jansen Junk, hasn't played this year, but he has got lit up at times. So I could see, and the Royals have been not really Royal-like. They started off like one of the worst teams in the league for a long time. And then against the Blue Jays, when they were really undermanned, I obviously watched them all 4 games, and they competed their butts off. So this Royals team is kind of scrappy, and I don't blame anybody for taking them at all.
I'm thinking about first 5. Maybe it's Royals first 5 is how we go with this. Huh.
Yeah. Brad Keller, I don't know how much I fully trust him. But he did have a good game against Detroit previously, but bad games against Tampa and Houston. So not really exactly sure what he's going to.
That's fair. Yeah. Tampa and Houston have much better bats than Detroit does.
Yeah.
So Rick says rain seems to slow the defense down. I mean, you don't want to run trying to field a ball and slip and sprain your ankle. There's a lot of opportunities for, slippery fingers and the transfer that you lose the ball or things like that happen. So I could see that. Okay, wait, I missed a couple. Hold on. Boo. Allie ripped and all tatted up. That's how I roll, Rick. That's how I roll. I don't know about ripped, but so Sabres for the Cup? Absolutely. You don't know what you're talking about, Terry. You don't watch hockey.
No, Sabres for the Cup, no. But Sabres to maybe flirt with a playoff spot? We'll see.
I like it. Seriously, though, Rick likes the Brew Crew today. Okay, the Brew Crew was Minnesota, right? Yeah. We've got Archer and Burns is what's going head to head. Archer has not been, if I'm remembering correctly, Archer's not the Archer that I remember him to be, right? He's not that same guy.
He had one bad game his last time out in Chicago in the White Sox, facing the
Okay.
White Sox. But previous to that, he's pretty much letting in 1 or 2 runs.
Okay, so I
He's
was
actually
probably
been kind of
on that
consistent.
game, and that's why I remember him not being the guy I wanted
He
him to
doesn't
be.
pitch very long.
Okay.
So that's the huge thing. Burns is going to go 7, 8 innings,
Right.
whereas Archer Mayo usually goes around 4. So I can definitely see why people would like the Brewers full game. I kind of lean with the Twins plus a half in the first 5, but didn't get to it. But it was like plus 135 or something for the plus a half in the
Oh, I
first
love
5.
a
So
good plus run plus money.
I could see
Well,
it being. I could see a tie game after 5.
okay.
But then again, Archer had a bad game, and if he doesn't have a good game, then the Brewers can easily take this. So
I don't
not a game I
usually
got to.
like bet on them as where's my app? Like if you've been having good starts and then you have a bad start, I would typically bet on you to have another good start, for you to bounce back, basically.
Yeah. Right
Is
now,
how
you
I
can
would.
get plus 130 for Twins plus a half in the first 5.
All right, so
That's
we're
that's pretty crazy.
kind of liking the Brewers. We like them more full game on a money line, like in a parlay situation, but not willing to lay a run and a half with them at all.
No.
Okay, so Tim says, sorry, Erica, I skipped you, but I'm going to go right back to you. So as far as rain delays goes, Tim says if it's a rain delay before the game, it's an under, but if it's a mid game, it goes over because, like we're saying, mid game now your bullpens are going to come out. A starting pitcher is not going to return after the rain delay. They've already sat down. They're already in the locker room soaking their arm in the big bathtub thing, and so now you're straight bullpen, and that game goes over. Pre-game, we like it under. Okay, so that would be an under then for just in the purposes of this conversation for the
Yeah.
Padres game. What do you think about? Did we talk about the Angels? Yeah, we did, didn't we? The Royals. Yeah.
No, the Angels. Actually, they're kind of. Actually, we did talk about that game. Yeah, but
We
back to
talked
my
about the Royals, not the
question
Angels.
earlier about surprises. The Angels. They got off to such a hot start.
Mhm.
And I thought, okay, with the extra playoff spot this year, Angels are going to be right in it. They looked really good, and then they just completely fell off a cliff.
Well,
Uh,
Trout was injured. That was a big problem, right?
yeah, even before that, when they fired the coach after losing like 12 in a row, and that didn't help anything. So I think the Angels are just in trouble as a franchise.
I'm okay with that because you know how I feel about Mike Trout. So, meh. That's what you get, Mike. That's what you get. Erica likes the Red Sox over, the Blue Jays over, and the Rockies over. Let's see how those lines are moving. Red Sox, Rockies over. It's just sticking at the 11.5 with Giolito and Senzatella. Any feelings on the 11.5 over or under?
Yeah, Giolito, he gives up runs, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine what he's going to do in Coors Field. So I don't want to talk you off that whatsoever. I didn't get to it because it is an 11.5 in Coors Field,
Yeah.
and the White Sox bats sometimes can't really be trusted at times. So that's the only thing that kept me off. But Giolito, he gives up runs. So if
We've
anything,
got
I would look at the
actually
Colorado team total.
It's 55% of the money and 66% of the tickets are on that over. If you actually look at Caesars, the number's at an 11. Everywhere else is an 11.5, but Caesars has its 11 juiced at a minus 120. But all the 57% of the money and 54% of the tickets are actually on the White Sox, and the Rockies are getting cheaper there, which I wouldn't really necessarily expect.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's kind
wait,
of
wait.
interesting.
Hold on. I said that wrong because I was thinking that the Rockies were the favorite, and they're not. The White Sox are. So the White Sox are getting cheaper, even though the money is on them, which would imply that the Rockies are your play. I read those numbers backwards. Okay, and then
Yeah,
what's your other one? Red Sox. What did you think of the Blue Jays over or under?
Didn't really get to a total on that. Wainwright hasn't been too good as of late, but he definitely his last game was really bad against Cincinnati. Good game against the Dodgers before that. 2 earned runs in 9 innings against Philly before that. But of coming off that smashing by Cincinnati, and now he's coming to Toronto, and this Jays team is smashing the ball. So I would not recommend an under with the Blue Jays right now. So yeah, I can see why she would take the over.
Yeah, 77% of the money's on the over and 72% of the tickets. The only thing that kind of bugs me about it is that 2 of the Cardinals' good batters are out of that lineup. But again, I think the Blue Jays can do it by themselves. So there's that.
Yeah,
and
they
then,
still got 3 runs on Berrios yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But Berrios and Gosman are obviously much different. But even if 1 or 2 runs, maybe get another 1 or 2 from the bullpen, Toronto's bullpen, and I could see Toronto if they hit Wainwright, it could go over pretty quickly.
The Boston game total is split. It's 74% on the under of the money, but 58% of the tickets are on the over. It opens at a 9. We're seeing it at an 8.5, which means it's moving towards the under. But with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, it's just hard for me to take an under. Do you have any feelings about him or what's going on in that game?
Well, I was watching his last game, obviously.
28-5 was it?
Yes, I was definitely watching that game. So I obviously saw but he can't be blamed for everything.
Yeah,
Boston can't catch a pop-up to save their life. So I do expect him obviously to have a better game, but that's not really saying a whole lot.
Let me find out you have a worse game than 28-5. Let me find out that's what's about to happen today.
Yeah. Cal Quantrill on the other side has won his last 3 games. So he's kind of playing not too bad. But it's still Boston, so I can definitely see some runs against him for sure. So I wouldn't talk anyone off the over there either.
Back to hockey, long shot NHL future, Rasmus Dahlin. That's how you say it. Don't tell me it's not. For the Sabres to win the Norris plus 10,000. What do you think about that?
Rasmus Dahlin? Yes.
That's
to win the Norris.
What I said, Perry. That's exactly what I said.
Plus 10,000. I don't know. Hey, it's a long shot, right? It's a long shot.
That's why we call it that. Stimmy's also going to take the Angels reverse run line -1.5 at a plus 180. So really fading those Royals today. You are not having it with the Royals today. Sean Austin wants the Brewers first inning, but it's a -170. Yeah. Maybe you can find it on a 3-way line somewhere. I know I get that. I don't know why my shiz won't load right now. Who is it? Brew? I've got it right here. Brewers. Pedro's got the Twins first 5 plus a 1.5. I love plus 1.5s in the first 5. That's like when it's not just that little half a run, you're giving me a whole 1.5 in the first 5 innings. Oi, now we're talking.
Oh, yeah, because the plus a half is plus 130. So you could probably find the plus 1.5 or plus 100 or something, plus 105.
So yeah, Brewers, you could take the Brewers first inning winner at plus 225 if you want that, Sean Austin. But it's a 3-way line, so if it's 0-0, you lose. Just throwing that out there. I always like a good Brewers to score first. That's a -125. Just to throw that out there. Do you ever mess with the score first?
No, I don't.
I do. I was messing with them because, just kind of trying to figure out. Well, I know there's an advantage to being the first team to bat, so there's got to be that advantage. So I'm always looking for plus money on the away team against a pitcher who might be in a spot we might not expect him to be in, kind of a thing. That was my deal. Morningwood getting wild with Morningwood. Well, that's just a porno. Hit the like button. Hi, Heath. Royals run line, Twins money line, Nationals. We haven't talked about the Nationals yet. Playing the Dodgers. They beat them 2 in a row. Athletics have beat Houston twice in a row. What do you think about some sweeps happening today?
If you told me before the series started that we'd be in this spot, I would tell you that you're probably wrong. I don't see it. Do I think the Giants are a mess?
Yeah,
I don't know what
big
happened
time.
to the Giants. Before the All-Star break, when they were on a losing slide, their manager said, "Oh, well, there's nothing to worry about. Like we're fine. Like no panic here." And now they've lost another 6 in a
And
row.
they're like, hold my beer.
Yeah,
Now's
are you
where we get
panicking yet? Because I
it.
think
Yeah.
you should have panicked a little bit a few weeks ago. I think it was panic time, but yeah, they're just a mess. I didn't get to the game. I love Logan Webb. I wanted to back him, but Arizona's playing well, so I could definitely see Arizona beating San Francisco, Houston and Oakland, Cole Irvin and Javier.
Mm.
Hey, they've won 2 already, so for some reason
Yep.
Houston is just hasn't got the job done. So I want to talk you off that one. But the Dodgers, Corbin, I can't put my money on Corbin. I was saying to Nick, who's done well on this series so far, that I can't back Corbin. I can't put my money on Corbin. But Heaney for the Dodgers is coming off injury, so it's very hypothetical that he comes out here and gets lit up.
So
The
maybe a
Nationals
first
could
spot.
have some momentum in their bats right now. They have to feel good about themselves.
I mean, plus 2.5.
Yeah. So I
It's a
just
degenerate.
can't trust Corbin. So if the Nationals bats can keep up with what Corbin does, then I think all 3 could potentially win. Yeah.
Rickett likes Marlins and Reds nerfy for his last Woody standing. Rickett, I might have to go through all of these and Reds no run first inning and double check. Oh no, my betting app doesn't think that I'm in Las Vegas. Well, where the hell am I? Could you tell me that? Could you tell me that? This app gives me such a hard time. You're a bit anti-Dodgers, but Nat's getting crushed today. That's your 2 cents. I'm always anti-Dodgers. Take the Nerfy and the Giants and Diamondbacks also. I know. Shamrock Rovers never disappoint. Are you into soccer at all? Do you follow the soccer?
No. When the World Cup comes, I usually root for Germany. So, and that's when that. But yeah, other than that, not much for soccer for me.
Not so much. Pedro went with Nationals first 5 because of the Dodgers pitcher. I feel like I missed some stuff. Maybe I
Heaney,
didn't.
he's coming off injury, and then he just played a couple games. He's only played 3 games this year, but he's done very well in those 3
Right.
games.
I remember him from last year, but he
With
wasn't a
the
Dodger,
Angels.
was he?
No,
Yeah,
he was with the Angels.
yeah, he was in red and white. That's what I remember him. That's how I associate players, what color their jerseys were. Yeah, he was in red and white. All right, so there's that. So yeah, guys, don't forget, check out Getting Wild with Terry and Friends at 4 p.m. Eastern. Now, are you 5 days a week or 7 days a week?
Yeah, every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And then
Okay.
weekends, there's more afternoon games. So, he might have done did he do a year? And actually, he might have done a year.
I remember him in red and white.
Yeah, he did play with the Angels, but he may have done a year with the
Yeah, he
Yankees
did.
last
There he is right there. He was a Marlin, too.
year. Oh,
I didn't know that. He's previously played Marlins, Angels, Yankees before. Oh, Andy was in Oklahoma State. His birthday is the day after mine. All right. Now I'm betting the house on him. No, I'm just kidding. Because we're Gemini friends. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's how I remember him. Red and white. That's how I do it. Remember, I was all into Flaherty the other day. I couldn't think of his name. I'm like, red and white, red and white. He was a Cardinal. Angels first. Back when that other kid was, when Tyler Skaggs, right, was overdosed on the squad. And then who was that? We were just talking about him the other day. Was it Matt Harvey who got in trouble for giving him that stuff? I just had this conversation like 2 weeks ago. That's why it's kind of blotchy in my head right now. Who was the guy that got in trouble for giving Tyler Skaggs the drug, Los Drugas? It was Matt Harvey. See, you guys were involved with this conversation, twins. This was when I was texting y'all on that night about who had thrown all those strikeouts, and then who Who was the ace before DeGrom? And that was Matt Harvey. Sometimes you just got to text the Twins when you're in the middle of a drunken sports conversation and you need stats and you can't find them in your phone. You just text Nick and Tim and they'll tell you what the hell you're trying to think about. And it works. Danny Dangerfield, damn right, Daniels, taking the Dodgers over the 9. All right, that's a good look. I do like that because we've got both of those guys who we don't trust for shiz. The only thing is, Dodgers over at home is always a tough bet for me to take. What do you think of taking Dodgers games over at home?
Because it's Corbin, I won't talk you off that at all.
All right. Olympicacos. That's how you say that for Michael. Feel like I should just put Lenny on that right now. Olympicacos. Olympicos. Boom. All right. If you had a last Woody standing pick today, what would your last Woody standing pick be, Terry?
It's got to be Jays minus 1.5.
Jays minus the 1.5.
Yeah.
Did I bet on that when I just went on my whole damn betting spree? No, I didn't. That was like the one I opened the app to bet. That was the whole reason I opened the damn app. All right, I'm going to get on it now. Is what I shall do. It's at a minus 120 is what I've got.
Yeah, I got it for minus 114. And now the best you can find it anywhere is minus 110. But even at minus 120, the Jays are just...
I want that number to be going up because that's telling me people are betting on it. I don't want like a minus 120 to go down to a minus 110 because that's telling me it's moving the wrong way. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Who's got taco? Olympic tacos. I love it. Olympic tacos. All right. Talk to me about Canadian food. What do you guys, are you guys into tacos up there? You're awfully far from Mexico. We kind of survive on tacos down here. What do you guys eat in Canada?
Oh, no, I like tacos. I guess
Are
if
they
you
like,
look at...
are they moose tacos though? Do you eat like elk? No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you.
Just beef. But no, I guess if you're out, the stereotype for Canada is poutine and maple syrup.
I love poutine. Yes.
Yeah, poutine's very good. Yeah. But I eat most of the same stuff.
For anyone who doesn't know what poutine is, it's like French fries with cheese curds and gravy on top of it. And it is bomb. At Naked City Pizza, the office bar that we always talk about on the show where everyone goes to meet, Office Bar and Naked City Pizza are connected. But the owner of Naked City, Chris Palmieri, shout out, is from Buffalo. So we get a lot of that kind of food in Naked City, and they sell the bats and that kind of stuff. Oh, hell no, Mika. I heard tacos. Of course you did. Hi, Tyreek. You're still in it, Tyreek. Look at you go. Poutine. Yeah, you did. I think it's Poutine. Yes, yeah. Squeaky cheese. Last Woody for David Allen is the White Sox. All right, let me get you in here, sugar. What's your drink? What's your drink of choice, Terry?
Shots of vodka and Coke as chase. Not much of a drinker unless if I'm drinking, it's to have fun, and but otherwise I don't really like the taste of alcohol. So
because you don't have kids, just wait.
Yeah,
just freaking wait, and you'll love alcohol. It'll be your best friend. Yeah, squeaky cheese is always good. Did I get your tag right? Let's go wild picks or sports picks?
Yes, let's go wild picks.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure that I did that properly. So not a ton of time left. I'm going to pay some bills real quick. So if you guys have any more questions for Terry, throw them into the mix. I think we pretty much covered a good amount of games today, which is excellente. Don't forget everyone to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications for me. And then don't forget about our sponsor, BetMGM. Guys, if you haven't already signed up for BetMGM, for all new accounts, it's up to $1,000 in a risk-free first bet. Okay, that means sign on, deposit up to $1,000. It could be $5, it could be $100, but up to $1,000. Put that money down on a bet. If it does not cash, they're going to put the money back into your account so you can use it as free play money. And if it does cash, congratulations, you're rich. So use the promo code MORNING to take advantage of that deal, or check out the description of the video There's a link in there. Just click on the link and it'll take you right there. J-Rock says Crown Royal. Nothing wrong. You're Lenny's best friend. That's Lenny's drink of choice. Good morning, Woodies. Oh my gosh, I did forget your birthday. Happy birthday, Alan Miles. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. Canada Crown, no best thing. Crown's the best thing to come out of Canada, in your opinion?
Crown Royal, yeah. Canadian Club is also good.
Isn't Grey Goose a Canadian one? Maybe
sure.
it just sounds that way because it talks about geese. I'm going with Pamela Anderson's the best thing to come out of Canada. I joke. Palomas, tequila, and squirt. I like my tequila with Bloody Mary mix. That's how I do that. Thank you, Terry. Yes, thank you for coming on. Terry, who's under the radar and starting pitcher that you think will show out for the rest of the year? And where do you think Soto lands? This is a great question for everybody in the chat. Oh, Grey Goose is French. Okay. Everyone in the chat, where do we think Soto lands? But you go ahead, Terry, lay it on us. Under the radar starting pitcher, and where does Juan Soto go?
Oof, under radar starting pitcher. There's one pitcher that I really want to back that I think has a lot of potential. He's very young and plays for Miami, Max Meyer. Okay. He's a huge strikeout pitcher. Unfortunately, he got injured in the first inning of his second game. He cashed the strikeout prop for me in the first game, but then, of course, got injured in the second game. So that kind of sucks. But he would be someone that I would say keep an eye on. Even though he did have a rough ending to his first start, he did very well at the beginning.
Is he back now, though?
Well, he got injured in his second start, which was a couple days ago. So okay. I don't know exactly when he's going to return, and obviously what the injury was. But if you're going to look into him, strikeout props, because it's around 4.5 for him. He averages more than a strikeout per inning. So you can get a good a price if he's healthy.
Oh my God,
and
he's
then
23.
The Soto question, that is a tough one. Obviously, Tim Morrell here. I know he would love to see Soto play for the Mets. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Nationals don't trade Soto to a divisional opponent. I think he will go somewhere outside of the division.
That's a good call.
Hopefully not the Dodgers. I know we all don't want the Dodgers to get another bat like that. No. So, and I would say the Blue Jays as a Blue Jays fan, but I like the lineup as it is. I don't want them to acquire someone like that. Soto to Philly, send Harper back to the Nats. I don't know about that.
He had smiley face, laughy face in
there. Soto. I could see him going to the Yankees. Sorry, I could see a Judge and Soto swap.
Oh yeah.
Really? If Judge would consider signing there, but I don't know if he would consider signing there. They would have to offer him so much money to play there. I'm not sure.
I feel like just the marketing value, what the Yankees would lose from selling Judge shirts would be insanity. Soto lands in Washington. He doesn't get dealt. Coffee and weed. That's how I roll. Judge leaving New York. Soto going to New York. So you like that too, huh? Soto isn't going to the Mets. Soto for Vladdy. I don't see Vladdy leaving there because his dad was there. Sugar. I meant to show you this really cool card. I called it Vladdy and Daddy, but it was junior and senior on the same card. It was a mint 10. I showed it to them on Morning Wood the other day, but it was a giveaway on my card show. So I brought it on. It was Friday. I brought it on to show them all. That's Laterica's team too. Yeah, it was very cool. I kept thinking of you and I wanted to take a picture and send it to you, but it was a Laterica in town a weekend. And so everything is still kind of a blur. So, but I don't think Vladdy's going anywhere just for the sake of his dad played and retired there. And
if they're going to trade, don't Jays need lefty bat? If not so, just as general. Calvin Biggio and Tapia, they have been producing lately. I would not change the lineup at all. Obviously, if Soto's coming in, then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. or Teoscar Hernandez would be on their way out in that deal. But the way the Jays bats are right now, I say keep it the same. If you're going to go get a relief pitcher, focus on the relief pitching.
So
And yeah, it is his birthday.
Scherzer's birthday is today. Going to shut those Yankees down. That's a great angle, Erica. That's a great angle right there. What kind of numbers are we getting on that right there? What about teams like the Rays, like teams that need a better batting lineup? There's no chance for Soto there.
Well, the Rays, they do have two big injuries for the rest of the season. Zunino and I'm blanking on the other name from their lineup. But I think that the Rays would be smarter to kind of just hold pat and maybe actually be sellers, if anything.
Go ahead.
Biggio has been good lately since he came up. He had a rough start to the year, got injured, but he's been good lately when he's in the lineup. He's not in the lineup a whole lot because it's tough to throw him in there with the Jays because everyone's hitting right now. So they're going in and out of the lineup, but he is producing. Yeah.
That's the other guy that's out.
Kiermaier. Yeah.
For the Rays. Soto to the Mets has been the strongest rumor and makes the most sense. Yeah, but they can't have nice things. So as a Mets fan, I would love to see it, but it's not going to happen. Alan says, yes, me, Scherzer, and Alex Rodriguez, and Triple H, all born today, 7/27. All right, we'll get it. Happy birthday to you all then. May all your bets come true. Well, when do we know? When do we know when Soto goes? When's the deadline?
The trade deadline is later than usual. I believe they said it's August 3rd, but don't 100% quote me on that. But it is a little bit later than usual, so it'll be the first few days of August.
Okay. I've got the Twins coming to stay with me the first few days of August. Any advice? I know that you talk with the Twins more than I do. Tim and Nick, my house, 2 nights. Give me some advice.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you're going to want to have the vodka around. You're going to want to have the alcohol around. You're going to, especially for after that, that's going to be an entertaining few days for you. But,
I'm going to take them to a baseball game August 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right. I had thought of making dinner and playing poker. And then I'm like, I don't think I want to do anything competitive with you guys. The whole point of this exercise is that we all get along and we have a fun time and we're all best friends for football season. Whoa. We're all best friends for football season. And, I don't think we can play poker together.
I'd love to see a video of you and Lenny and the Twins out at the bar after a few hours of drinking. I would love to see some of those videos. That would be really fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to get us all tickets to the Aviators game, but it should be good. There's a place in Vegas called Serial Killer that Tim really wants to go to. He sees it on TikTok, but it's, one of those milkshakes and ice cream and you add cereal to it. And he's like, I really want to check it out. I'm like, well, I have an 11-year-old, so we're in, ice cream and cereal. Let's go. We're down. You love poker? I love poker too. I haven't played in a while, but I used to play quite a bit. All right. Well, that just about does it for us today, my friends. Let's remind everybody where you can find our special guest, Terry. Find Terry Edelmann at Let's Go Wild Picks, and then find him on YouTube, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends at 4 p.m. Eastern. His number one plays of the day, definitely the Blue Jays on the run line. Got to roll with that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then you like Guardians first 5 and full game as well. That's kind of what he's getting jiggy with, as Cam would say. And don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe, ring that bell, and check out BetMGM Sportsbook. Use that promo code MORNING. Get yourself hooked up, all new accounts, that up to $1,000 in risk-free first bets. Tomorrow, the special guest is Joe Madden from Joe Madden Sports. She will come on. Another Canadian. I'm back-to-back Canadians is what I am. She's going to come on and tell us about the Calgary Stampede. Remember, she went to that. Have you been to the Calgary Stampede?
No, I've never been to that side of Canada. I'm in Ontario, so near Toronto. But never been on that side.
Okay, so you're on the other side. I don't understand how Canada works that way. I can't. I know that you guys have your provinces. Is that what they are? Provinces, right?
So it's kind of like you guys have your states, except we have 11 and not 50.
Okay.
We have like 11, I think, of them. So.
But then well, I guess it makes sense because like Cleveland and Cincinnati are still in the same state. Like big as far as big cities go. I'm like, every province gets one big city, and that's how I feel about it. But I know Alberta and Edmonton always do the battle for Alberta. Or no,
Calgary and Edmonton, yeah.
Calgary and Edmonton do the battle for Alberta. So, I'm totally not hip to Canada. I mean, I'm not that way. Like, I just don't know geography.
Yeah.
Is what I mean.
I couldn't name all 50 states if I needed to right now. I wouldn't be able to name all 50 states without looking up the internet or anything. I might be able to get most of them, but some of them, but.
Ready? Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Wow. I'm out. Have a great day, everyone. No, just
wow.
You learn that when you're in school. Canada is not a real country anyway. See, that's if there's one thing South Park taught us. There's one thing South Park taught us. Canada's not a real country.
Hey, the one good thing about Canada, we have like 25 books to choose from. Like
where
I am now,
which is huge.
Any book that you can get.
Yeah, I know that song. That's just it. We all had to learn that in grade school. Yeah, thank you. Boom, America. Exactly. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining and for putting up with my 50 states in a row there. I'm still proud I could do that. I'm still proud I could do that. Don't think I'm not. All right. Thank you so much for coming on, Terry. We'll definitely have you on more often now that your schedule has changed. Do you want to do Total Chaos on Friday? Are you free for that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
For Saturday's games,
see you then. Tim, I'm going to text you about doing Chaos today. You guys have a great day. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Good luck unless you're against Lenny, even though he's at the dentist. Oh, shoot. I forgot I have to do. Yeah, mic drop. That's how I do it. I forgot I got to do my outro. This is usually Lenny work. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, Terry. Thank you.